With so many of the Irish, you'll find them travelling in packs wherever they go in the world. Australia has always been a prime destination because the construction pay is so good. Even if they've gone to university, most Irish will spend a couple of years abroad before they settle, frequently in the trades. So I come down to Australia with my buddies and we share a flat together, and we are working on one of the tunnels they've got going in around Sydney. You drive through any of them tunnels, you can bet the Irish are responsible. So like I said, there's a large contingent of us around Australia and we tend to stick together. There are exceptions. I had a buddy marry a French girl, but they split up and she took their kids back to France. Back when I arrived in Sydney, I wasn't thinking of such things. I was there to make money and have a bit of fun. For most of us, we'd work a few days straight, 10 to 12 hour shifts, usually night shifts. Then we'd be ready to relax. So one night, I was out with the lads where many Irish live, and we hit up PJ O'Brien's to let loose. One of my flatmates was seeing this girl from Sligo that's home from me. So we agreed to meet up with her and her friends and have a good laugh and a sing along. So we met up with them birds and they were alright. One of them, I think I caught her eye because she was standing by me all night, laughing real hard at everything come out of my mouth. She was alright looking, but I didn't think much of it. I guess what they say is true. The tradies, like myself, like all the other lads working a construction job, get the ladies. So we get home that night and my buddy Owen says to me, "You know that girl you was talking to? She's a member of the football team. We should go watch them play tomorrow." I had a day off, so I said why not. We were a bit late, so we missed most of the game. Sure enough, there was the gal I was talking to, roughing somebody up out in the field. Again, she was alright, but I couldn't see myself fancying her anyway at all. The girls were going out after the game and we come along to Temple Bay pub. We were sculling beers with the ladies, having a laugh. The girl from before, Cara was her name, I believe, was just nattering away. I wasn't even really listening to what she said, just nodding my head every so often. She'd ask me a question or two and I'd respond, but that was about it. Then one of her group comes over to talk with us. I could tell Cara wants this girl out of there because Cara tries her best to dominate the conversation. But this other girl, she waits until Cara takes a breath here and there and always has a hilarious wise crack in between. She has me rolling, she does. She's a redhead, a ginger, this girl, with skin like milk. So in any way, Cara keeps trying and her flatmate Emer is her name. She's looking me up and down. I don't mind one bit. Cara finally gives up. I look over at the lads and they were just loving the situation I found myself in. Laughing and carrying on, Cara finds a way back to her friends and Emer and I chat. She still got me laughing. She's real lovely, but I'm not up for any girl in my life. So me and the boys cut out and I don't see her for months. I even start dating some Aussie girl who was a bit of fun, but nothing serious. I had saved up so much money and my plan was to go back to Ireland flush and set myself up at home. Then one night, a couple of months before I left, I'm back at PJ O'Brien's with my boys. We run into the football girls again. There's Cara and she's all over some guy who looks like he's desperate to escape. I scan the bar and there she is. After all these months, Emer, lovely as ever. This time, her ginger hair is flowing and she's wearing a bright blue dress that does her well. She's sitting at the top with some girls, so I go over and say hello. Turns out she's heading back home as well. We go up to the bar, I order her a schooner and we just keep talking and she's making me laugh and it's just real lovely. We end up closing the bar down. We walk home and I say a prayer to St. Dwynwen. This girl is gorgeous. She makes me laugh like no other. I say a prayer to St. Dwynwen, who looks after love and such. I kiss her at the top of the steps of her flat and things go a bit further upstairs, but don't take her number. I had a lovely time, but I just know I'm going to see her again. That would have been March, and in May I packed up what's mine, have one last goodbye party with the lads and head off to the airport. I'm walking around the lounge with my backpack in tow, buying a few last souvenirs, and something catches my eye. It's a ginger haired girl. At first my heart skips a beat, but not my ginger haired girl. I follow her with my eyes as she walks through the terminal. They are about to launch a flight to Ireland, so I suppose it's not too out of the ordinary to see a ginger haired lass strutting about. I push it out of my mind, stroll over to the pub for one last pint before we board. My mind is filled with everyone I'm going to see and what I'm going to do when I get home. And wouldn't you know, just as I'm settling down in my mind with visions of my future and great times ahead, I get a tap on the shoulder. I turn around and there before me stands one of my own. There stands my girl, Emer. I wish I could tell you some lightning bolt or something come out of the sky, but it wasn't like that. It was more pure and real. I don't know how I knew the first time I saw her, but I did. I knew that girl somehow was going to be mine, and with a little help from St. Dwynwen's, there she was.